1. Phishing. Let's start with phishing. No, it's not a fun hobby involving a boat and a lake. It's when hackers dangle a fake email in front of you and hope you're gullible enough to bite. The brilliance of phishing lies in its simplicity. Send someone an email that screams, "Urgent, your account is hacked," and wait for them to panic click the link faster than you can say identity theft. Phishing attacks rely on the human brain's tendency to shut down when it sees the words free or act now. Fun fact, 90% of cyber attacks start with phishing emails. So yes, if you're wondering, humanity is the weakest link in cybersecurity, but spam filters are getting better. So unless you're still using that Yahoo email from 2006, phishing isn't as foolproof as it used to be. 2. Ransomware, a charming little technique where hackers encrypt all your files and then politely demand payment to give them back. It's like a digital hostage situation, except the hostages are your cat photos and the PowerPoint you've been procrastinating on. Here's the kicker, even if you pay, there's no guarantee you'll get your files back. Hackers aren't exactly known for their customer service. The real flaw? It's surprisingly easy to prevent, just back up your files. But no, people would rather gamble with a stranger holding their data hostage than spend 5 minutes setting up cloud storage. 3. SQL injection. SQL injection, the OG hacking technique. This one involves tricking a website into spilling all its secrets, kind of like getting a gossip queen drunk at a party. Hackers insert malicious code into a search box or login field, and boom, your database leaks more than a faulty faucet. The beauty of SQL injection is how ridiculously effective it is, but it only works if the developers are too lazy to sanitize their inputs. So, if you're running a website built by someone who Googled how to code yesterday, congratulations, you're a target. 4. Man-in-the-middle attacks. Ever wanted to be the third wheel in someone else's conversation? That's basically what a man-in-the-middle attack is. Hackers intercept communications between two parties and steal sensitive info like passwords or credit card numbers. It's like listening in on a phone call, except way sneakier and with fewer arguments about dinner plans. Thanks to HTTPS and VPNs, pulling off a man-in-the-middle attack today is like trying to listen to a conversation through a locked vault door. But hey, there's always that one guy at the coffee shop who uses free Wi-Fi without a care in the world. 5. Distributed denial of service. DDoS attacks are the cyber equivalent of crowding a store on Black Friday. Hackers flood a website with so much fake traffic that it crashes under the weight of it all. Simple, effective, and incredibly annoying. But the problem with DDoS? It's a brute force attack, which means it's not exactly subtle. Plus, companies now have tools to absorb the traffic and laugh in the hacker's face. So unless you're targeting a poorly run server from 2004, good luck. 6. Zero-day exploits. Zero-day exploits are the crown jewel of hacking techniques. These are vulnerabilities in software that the developers don't even know exist. Hackers find them, exploit them, and then laugh maniacally because, for once, they're one step ahead of the nerds at Microsoft. Zero-day exploits are rare and expensive. Hackers don't just stumble upon them. They have to either discover them through painstaking research or buy them on the black market. So unless you're dealing with a nation-state hacker, you're probably safe. Probably. 7. Social engineering. And then there's social engineering, the art of manipulating humans into giving away their secrets. Hackers pose as tech support, your boss, or even a long-lost cousin, and people just hand over their passwords like candy. The best part? This requires zero technical skill. The flaw? It's time-consuming. Why spend hours sweet-talking one person when you could just try phishing 10,000 people at once? 8. Keylogging. Keylogging, or as I like to call it, the creeper technique, is where hackers install software to record every single keystroke you make. Every password, every poorly worded breakup email, every Google search for how to delete keyloggers, all neatly recorded for their entertainment. Modern antivirus software can detect keyloggers pretty easily. Plus, if someone gets caught, it's super awkward to explain why they were reading your weird late-night Amazon purchases. But hey, at least it's low-tech. 9. Cross-site scripting. Cross-site scripting sounds fancy, but it's basically tricking a website into running malicious code. Imagine you're visiting your favorite blog, and instead of the latest article, it serves you up a pop-up saying, "Your computer is infected." Spoiler, it's not, yet. The brilliance of XSS is that it exploits trusted websites. The flaw? Most decent developers figured this out a decade ago and started securing their websites. So, unless you're browsing on a website last updated in 2010, you're probably fine. 10. Password spraying. Password spraying is like brute forcing's laid-back cousin. Instead of guessing a single password over and over, hackers guess common passwords like 123456 or password 1 across thousands of accounts. Why? Because people are terrible at picking passwords. Password managers exist. Also, multi-factor authentication makes this technique about as effective as trying to open a bank vault with a hairpin. But of course, there's always that one guy who still uses QWERTY. 11. Packet sniffing. Packet sniffing is basically lurking on a network and capturing all the data flying around. It's like being a nosy neighbor who reads everyone's mail, except the mail is your private emails and credit card numbers. The flaw? Encryption. If the data is encrypted, all they get is gibberish. So unless you're using a sketchy public Wi-Fi without a VPN, your secrets are probably safe. But hey, hackers can dream. 12 Trojan horses. Remember that story about the Greeks hiding in a giant wooden horse? Now imagine that horse is a seemingly innocent file you downloaded, like freegame.x, and the Greeks are hackers stealing your data. That's a Trojan horse. It's getting harder to disguise malicious files. Plus, who's still downloading random files these days? Oh right, the guy who clicked on that phishing email. Hackers love that guy. Third teen. Cryptojacking. Cryptojacking is when hackers hijack your computer's resources to mine cryptocurrency. Imagine logging onto your laptop and wondering why it's suddenly running hotter than a microwave on overdrive. Congratulations, you're now an unpaid crypto miner. It's super obvious. If your computer suddenly starts acting like it's training for the Olympics, you'll probably notice. Plus, most browsers now block cryptojacking scripts. But hey, at least they're not asking you for your bank details. Yet. 14. DNS spoofing. DNS spoofing is when hackers mess with the internet's phone book, redirecting you from the website you wanted to visit to a fake one. It's like asking for directions to a restaurant and ending up at a shady food truck in the middle of nowhere. The flaw? DNS security protocols have gotten better, so pulling this off is harder than it used to be. But if someone's using an outdated system, well, bon appetit. 15. Remote code execution. Remote code execution, or RCE, is the ultimate power move. Hackers exploit a vulnerability to run their code on your system from halfway across the world. It's like inviting someone over for coffee, and they redecorate your entire house without stepping inside. RCE relies on unpatched vulnerabilities, so if you've ever ignored those annoying, update your software notifications, congratulations, you're the dream target. So there you have it, the world's most dangerous hacking techniques, each with their own quirks, flaws, and a healthy dose of overhype. The good news? Most of these can be avoided with basic security practices. The bad news? Hackers are like bad ideas, they never really go away.